Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We're all George. So, altcoins are hot. They're more than hot. They're pumping. And you have Ethereum pumping today. You have Polkadot that's pumping. Cosmos that's pumping. And, of course, you have Solana, which has taken a breather, but still is pumping. So why are altcoins so darn hot right now? And what is going on with Bitcoin? Why is this so stagnant? Well, let's discuss. So as always, smash up the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. 2 streams almost every day, 11:30 and 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and check out all the latest news, articles, and guides on CryptosRUs.com. Welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As always, appreciate that you guys are here. I mean, things are looking so darn good. If you're not enjoying these altcoin gains, then you must not have enough of them or have the right ones, because even though, yes, Bitcoin is not doing much right now, hasn't broke through 50,000, I mean, still hovering below. But while this is happening, man, the altcoins are on fire, literally on fire, one after another, after another, after another, after another, right? So things are looking so darn good. But why? Why is that? Someone asked Super Chat, did I release the secret digit this month? Yes, it was earlier this month. Unfortunately, seems like you have missed that, so you have to rewatch all my videos from earlier this month. All right, so what is going on with Bitcoin? You know, Bitcoin is doing this. Altcoins are hot. I lost my train of thought. I've said that already. So what is going on? Look at live coin watch. You could see Ethereum is upping its game today, 3,400, up about 4%. XRP upping its game, 6%. Solana is still up 9%, even though it has come down from 127, its high. And it's funny, and the people are in the chat, why is Solana dumping? Are you kidding? All right, are you kidding? It has gone up 62% in the last 7 days, and you're talking about why is Solana dumping? Its turn is over. Get out of here. It makes me want to ban everyone that's saying that in the live chat. Solana is just fine, and I do have an update about Ignition. Polkadot, however, is the star today, up 24%. There's not much news about it, though. I was looking at it. I mean, there's some kind of DAO, virtual meeting discussion going on, but there's not no huge, enormous news. You can see also something that's not a protocol, but AMM like Uniswap doing very well today. Chainlink upping its game 8%. People always talks about how, Chainlink doesn't move. Well, you just have to be patient. Things come in waves. Right, you scroll down, something that I've talked about, protocol I have supported for a long time, Cosmos, is up doing pretty good, 16% today, right? And overall, you have really, really good movers, just across the board, a lot of greens. And that is why Bitcoin dominance is down to 41%, 41.7, below 42, and it keeps going down. Exciting time to be in altcoins. But before I get into altcoin news, what is going on with Bitcoin? Does that mean that you should just give up on Bitcoin? You're like, okay, the bull run is over and we should just go all in on altcoins. No, that is not the case at all. I like to remind you guys that throughout bull runs, especially bull runs, you have waves between different altcoins and Bitcoin. Many times where Bitcoin takes a breather, especially like below a resistance, you have a lot of altcoins doing very well until Bitcoin is ready to break out, and then it does. And usually during those climbs, that's when altcoins get weaker. It just happens. That's just how it is. That's just how the liquidity is, right? So you do not want to give up on Bitcoin. Enjoy Bitcoin being stagnant right now and enjoy those altcoin gains. But there's very positive news about Bitcoin seemingly every day. For example, Cathie Wood of ARK Invest just tweeted out that institutions use this correction, the correction meaning going down to about 28,000, to move into Bitcoins or Grayscale Bitcoin trusts. Okay, I trust what Cathie Wood says. She's a very smart lady. She has a lot of insight that we do not. And she's a big Bitcoin bull too. Or not just a Bitcoin bull. She's not a Bitcoin maximalist. She's a Crypto Maximus. But yeah, that I've shown you guys metrics, shown you guys the reserves dropping, the wallet addresses, right? Between 0.1 to 1, 1 to 10, 10 to 100, 100 to 1,000, 1,000 to 10,000 have all been steadily increasing since that 28 low. So it's not just institutions, but it's also retail investors. Everyone is accumulating little bit, little bit, little bit, little bit, and it's just making Bitcoin more scarce. And overall, you know what? It's driving Bitcoin up slowly but surely. So you got to have patience. Right now is not the time to be giving up on Bitcoin, even though it seems like all the money's in altcoins. But things come in waves and in shifts, and Bitcoin will get its day and will blow past 50,000 and 60,000 in the near future. We are coming up today's the end of August, right? We're coming into September. We only have 4 months left of this year, right? And normally it's the last 3-4 months of the year, especially in the bull run, is when things get really crazy. All right. So if you think that this is the end, think again. Bitcoin could be going up from 50 to 150 in a matter of months. And I can't imagine what the altcoins would do if that happens. And we have seen many cycles before where that happened exactly. PlanB also, he made this prediction that in September, that Bitcoin may take a little breather down to 43,000, but he likes to remind people that that's just a worst case scenario based on his stock to flow. Does not mean that it has to come true. He just anticipated that September we may come down a little bit to 43,000. But look at his floor predictions for October, November, and December. October floor is at 63,000. That's near our all-time high. November, the floor at 98,000, and December, the floor at $135,000. This is why I say Bitcoin could triple from here within the last few months. It's very, very possible. And PlanB, let's see how good he is with the stock to flow model, because if this comes true, I don't think anyone could ever dispute stock to flow ever again. Because he made this prediction a few months ago when things were looking hairy, when the China FUD and everything was ongoing, and stock to flow. It has worked. It has worked so far. All right, what else is there? Well, speaking about China FUD and the miners being pushed out of China. Well, guess what? The hash rate is coming up as expected, like I told you guys it would. V-shaped recovery. V-shape coming up very, very, very quickly. Not as quick as it came down, because that was like mass liquidation and everyone was pushed out. But everyone and their mothers is trying to spin up ASIC miners right now. So Galaxy Digital buys 20,000 more Bitcoin mining machines for $125 million. And according to Bitcoin Archive, Marathon Digital have also bought another 30,000 miners. Okay, North American miners are going bonkers right now, trying to buy up as many mining machines as they can, because right now is the golden opportunity to take advantage, right? These big boys got kicked out of China. Now they're no longer the big boys. So Marathon, Galaxy Digital, Riot, HUD8, they're all trying to spin up. And not to mention the ones that got kicked out of China, they're also trying to spin up. So this is like a race to see who could become the biggest and who could have the most, right? So this is very exciting. Obviously, during this time, there's not a lot of selling from the miners either. That is why the hash rate continues to go up. The difficulty continues to go up. It's just overall, this is very positive. Very, very positive. Someone said it. Gary said it's like the gold rush. It is. It's exactly what it is. It's the modern day gold rush. Who could find the most Bitcoins, right? Who could solve the equation the most and gets rewarded with the most Bitcoins? That is exactly the case. Now, what about Ethereum? Ethereum is doing very well today. Well, the biggest reason is just because there's so much demand for Ethereum. The reserves on the exchanges keeps dropping to new lows. Within a year, 5 million ethers have been removed from the exchanges, and that continues to drop at an exponential rate, going into December, we could see some tremendous movement for Ethereum because of Ethereum 2.0, which is coming. But there's just a lot going on. And look at this. Even Ethereum miners, a lot of people were antsy about EIP 1559 because most of the rewards is now burned rather be given to the miners. But because of what's going on with NFTs right now, the fees are so astronomically high that the mining revenue is still about the same. So if you're a Ethereum miner, you could chime in. It should be equal to what it was before. But of course, the rest of it is just being burned at a crazy rate right now. The 24-hour burn rate is 8.29. That's 24 hours. Basically, there is no like rest period anymore. And over $500 million worth of ETH already burned, 150,000 ETH burned within such a short amount of time. There's still a ton of congestion, right, due to NFTs just blowing up and due to DeFi. But overall, this is showing you that Ethereum is on fire. You don't want to discount it. And it does show you that there's real use cases. You may think that NFTs are silly, but it is a use case and everyone is getting in. So this notion that crypto does not have a use case at all, no one is using it, that's nonsense. Just look at how much transactions is happening within the DeFi space and NFT space. Yes, there's a lot of usage. And you know, last week I showed you guys an article about a kid making $400,000 by minting NFTs. Take a look at these. 14-year-old, 9-year-old siblings earn $30,000 a month mining crypto. $30,000 a month. Okay, it's not $400,000, but $30,000. How many of you guys would love to earn $30,000 a month by doing what you love, and that is mining crypto? Most likely, in this case, probably Ethereum, but it could be Bitcoin. It just depends. I mean, that's a tremendous amount of money, especially for a 14-year-old or a 9-year-old. All right, what else is there that shows a ton of activity and usage? MetaMask wallet, the biggest and by far the most used web browser wallet out there, especially with NFT and dApps. You need to connect, right? You need to connect to a wallet, and they have just surpassed 10 million monthly active users. This is the biggest they have ever seen. 19-fold increase year over year. 1900% increase from last year to this year. It shows you how hot things are right now, right? All right, what else is there? FTX acquires the Bitcoin derivatives platform LedgerX, and this LedgerX platform has gotten the okay from the CFTC in terms of trading derivatives, which means you add one and one together, FTX.US will be able to offer derivatives for US customers pretty soon. Right now, there is no US-based exchange that offers derivatives such as futures or leverage or options because none of them has gotten the okay to do so. But now, with FTX purchasing LedgerX, which already has the okay from the CFTC, means that FTX will be able to offer it in the future. So this is pretty bullish for FTX overall. And FTX is just Sam and FTX just going crazy. FTX themselves bought and burned $5.6 million with the FTT today, just out of the blue, just because they want to do coin burning and so. And Sam continues to just make all the right moves these days. So FTX is becoming a really big powerhouse. And one big project that Sam, we know, love is Solana. So Solana has been going up and up and up and up and up and up. And today their ignition was finally announced. I kind of predicted this, right? I said it's probably going to be some kind of hackathon. And it turns out to be a global hackathon. So it's a virtual hackathon with up to 5 million in prizes and seed funding. Basically, what they want to do is entice a lot of dApp makers to come on board Solana. This is the perfect time to do so. Up to 5 million in global prize and seed funding. And if you look at, there's a lot of backers, man. Look at this. Web3 track presented by Microsoft. Microsoft is paying attention to Solana now. Interesting. That's the first time I've heard of that. right? And you look at a lot of these presented by companies, they're not really crypto companies, but they seem to be involved. They're sponsored prizes for many of the projects, right? And take a look at the judges and speakers, a lot of well-known guys in the space. I mean, there's a lot right here, right? So this is going to be pretty big going forward. Now, some of you guys are like, oh, if it's so big, why is Solana not going up? Because the people that are wondering that have no clue. That's because Solana has gone up so much. It has to come down sometime, right? And this is what we want. I've told you guys, if you want to enter Solana, wait until it comes down. Wait until it flatlines or consolidates before trying to FOMO in, because if you keep FOMOing on the top, you're playing a dangerous game, right? So the fact that it has come down from $127, that's actually a fantastic thing. You want it to kind of cool off a little bit, right? As it waits, as it gets ready for the next leg up. So there's Solana news. What else is there? For those of you guys that are Algorand fans, this is pretty big. El Salvador signs a cooperative agreement with Coinbase to develop the government's blockchain infrastructure on Algorand. Interesting. El Salvador is about to turn up Bitcoin legal tender, or turn up Bitcoin as a legal tender in about 7 days, but they also want to put their entire government on the blockchain, and now they're going to be utilizing Algorand for that. Pretty interesting. So for those of you guys that are Algorand fans, and for those of you guys that are Ecomi fans, well, guess what? Captain America's Marvel's first collectibles dropped today. It probably already sold out. Every time Ecomi and VV drops a new NFT, it sells out right away. But Ecomi and VV obviously is taking advantage of their Marvel relationship and licensing, which no one else has. So in case you guys are interested, check them out. Although I don't know, they probably sold out already. All right, so that's it. I mean, there's just a lot of good news overall today. A lot of excitement. Altcoins are just doing fantastic. If you are not diversified, you really need to be diversified right now. Holding Bitcoin, right? There will be phases where it just doesn't do anything, but during those phases, altcoins are just so hot. So hot. All right. Before Q&A, new sponsor for today, and this is a project, a DeFi project some of you guys have been asking about for quite some time, and they are Ramp DeFi, which is actually cross-chain, and the best way to think about it is a DeFi protocol for borrowing and lending your assets. They are on Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, and Ethereum, so they're cross-chained. And they present one really unique thing is while you basically borrow against your collateral, if you choose to do so, you can continue to earn yields. I haven't seen anyone else do that. That's pretty amazing. So if you wanted to borrow, say, their RUSD stablecoin because you wanted to do something with it, what you're putting down is still earning interest. So very interesting. That is what Ramp is all about, right? Cross-chain liquidity vaults, liquidity pools that you can deposit and borrow against, and it's cross-chain so that it operates on Binance Smart Chain, also Polygon, they tell you that, and with Ethereum. So you can deposit into a vault and gain a synthetic RUSD stablecoin, and you could use that to buy other things or do other kind of yield farming on PancakeSwap and QuickSwap, and while that's happening, you're still earning yield on what you deposited, and that is what's really unique about them, right? Look at the team and advisors, a ton of project. The founders have worked in many different and big places. For example, Lawrence, which is one of the co-founders, if you look at him, he was the head of international growth at IOST, which is why there's that partnership. He also worked at KPMG and JP Morgan. And the other co-founder has worked in several other places too. A serial entrepreneur, you could see, worked in many big places. So they do have a ton. Oops, I got out of order here. Also, they are invested by some of the biggest VC firms out there, such as Alameda, Arrington Capital, right? So they raised over $1 million to build Ramp, and they have some really good backers, right? They have some really good backers, and they're not done being cross-chain with just Binance Smart Chain and Polygon. They're also working on Solana and also Polkadot. And the great thing is this is already active and working. They have about $84 million TVL. And you could see here, Binance Smart Chain, this is everything, all their vaults and liquidity pools that you could deposit in. You could earn this yield, this interest, and get a synthetic token that you can use for other things. So this is for Binance Smart Chain, Polygon, Ethereum, right? There's a whole bunch out there. Also, they have a swap that you could use. They also have a liquidity. This is just like liquidity pool that you could check your liquidity, and they have a bridge, so you could bring things back and forth. If you want to bring some ERC20 token into BEP20 and vice versa, you could do so too. So they have a complete product that you can use already. So there you go. That is Ramp DeFi. If you want to check them out, click on the URL in the description of this video. All right, now let's do some Q&A. Caesar says that project looks amazing. They are a good project, and they're already working. So check them out and utilize them. All right, scrolling up. Let me see if I missed anything. Spencer answered my question about ETH mining. ETH mining dropped 20%, but offset by ETH's price pump for miners. I'd rather get more ETH than money. Okay, so it's dropped a little bit, but Ether's price has gone up to kind of make up for it. But it's still, you're making good money. Idea of good target for re-entry on Solana, pullback from here. You know what? I don't know. I think the best way to do it is just DCA. I think it's just DCA into Solana. I've said Solana, I believe, because of where they are in terms of their market cap, they could at least triple from here. Okay, so while they triple, there's going to be periods where they come down or consolidates, but you don't really know, right? There could be some good news that comes out later today or tomorrow and just keeps driving it up again. So I think the best way to do it is just DCA into something like Solana. And today wouldn't be a bad day, although it's still green, I know, but it did come down, I guess, a good amount from its top, right? That could have been the local top, blow off top. So right now, it could be a good time to DCA. If it goes down lower, DCA some more. Just DCA into it. VeChain, yeah, I know. A lot of people love VeChain. It's still hasn't come up as fast as some of these other chains, but I do believe its turn will come. And it's right now, it's not bad. It's up 4%, right? VeChain is going to slowly move up. It will be in top 10. Give it time, right? But it's a project, it's a protocol, supply chain space, but it's really more than that. It could be anything. And NFTs are starting to heat up on there too. But the two that hasn't blown up yet, because you notice they all come in waves. Like today, Cosmos blew up. Yesterday, Elrond blew up. Harmony, Phantom blew up, right? Polkadot blew up today. The two that hasn't blown up yet, in my opinion, that could be coming soon is VeChain and Matic. Both of these have been kind of stagnant, even though Matic is even more stagnant than VeChain, but both has not had their really huge pump days yet, which could be coming. Just throwing that out there. What else is there? Question holding my synthetic coin. Would you get out of it or put in a stronger coin? I don't like synthetic. I'll tell you that. You make your decision based on what I'm saying. Synthetic, it's all about creating synthetic tokens, many of which are security tokens, which is kind of iffy right now. So that's why I'm not into synthetic. Barnbridge, max token price of 10 million. Do you think $28 undervalued for this new DeFi? When it's new, then nothing is really undervalued because it's new. And being at 200 million, I would definitely say it's not undervalued. If this was like 2 million, 10 million, maybe. 200 million, not undervalued at all. But I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do. If you look at their year to date, they have not had any really big traction recently. Tokenized risk protocol, fluctuation derivative protocol for hedging yield sensitivity and market price. Yeah, I have looked at this before. And it's a project I just don't like. I just don't like it. It's trying to get rid of fluctuations. I forgot what, maybe it's another project, but it hooks up with all the dexes, and then it, like, when you make a trade, like, some of it gets pulled out, and then that trade gets done on a centralized exchange, so it doesn't fluctuate as much on the dexes. Something like that. It's like a weird thing. It may not be them, but I've seen a project that's like that. It's not something for me. Render, no, I don't like Render at all. Sharing GPU time, I think that's silly to do on the blockchain. There's no need for that. Hoja Radio, appreciate it, man. Ergo, I think Ergo is one of the promising ones on Cardano, or within the Cardano ecosystem. Their DEX, their beta DEX, I believe it's out or coming out soon, but I think they're one of the more promising ones out there. Corey says, "Are you concerned about too much BTC being hodled?" No. The more that gets hodled or hodled, the better it is, because it makes scarcity go up and the price goes up. So no, I actually want to see more of it. ADAX, a lot of people keep asking about ADAX. Someone must be like pumping it like crazy. Yeah, it's a DEX on Cardano, right? I know that it's relatively new, but you know what? I like to see Cardano be done first. Okay, I'd like to see Cardano to be done first with smart contracts. So, so there you go. Vivian, okay. One Ledger, I've looked at them before. I wasn't too thrilled with One Ledger. Arweave, I think it'll reach a new all-time high. I do believe so. Arweave is carried by Solana right now, and they're a good project. Thoughts on Matic? Will it run? I just talked about it. I think they haven't run recently, so could their chance come and they will experience a pump? Quite possibly. All right, what else is there? Make sure I don't miss anything else. Is anyone holding, Jason asks, is anyone holding Tron? Well, obviously people are holding Tron, otherwise it wouldn't be up here. I mean, they're sitting 25, but they keep kind of slowly coming down. I don't think anyone knows what's going on with Tron. Like, I don't know of anyone that tells me anything good about Tron, and I haven't seen anything good from them, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Is there 12K ETH on the table in your opinion? Yes. 10K, 12K for ETH, I think is very possible by the end of the year. Do you think Robinhood would actually get a wallet? Yeah, I think so. Everyone's getting one. You know, PayPal's working on it. I have no doubt Robinhood's working on it. So everyone is working on it, because that's the big thing. People in crypto want decentralization, right? They want to be able to control their funds. And getting a wallet, you know, is a step in the right direction to prove that, or get to that point, I guess. I talked about Ecomi. I talked about their new Captain America drop this morning. How high do you think Aave could go? I mean, Aave is one of the big guys, the big DeFi players. So, I mean, they could do very well. Market cap about 5 billion. Can they go 10, 15, 20 as the market runs up? Sure. Can you check out Moon River? Parachains are blowing up, you mean? Is this one of the new parachains on Kusama? Moonbeam. I know Moonbeam. Solidity smart contract on Kusama, Moon River. Community chat sister parachain on Kusama. Companion network to Moonbeam. So, okay. I heard of Moonbeam. Now there's a Moon River. Provides permanently incentivized Canary network. New code ships to Moon River first, where it can be tested and verified, and then ships to Moonbeam. Oh, that's too much, man. That's too much. You don't need a sister chain of a sister chain of a sister chain of a sister chain. I think that's too much. I don't think that's necessary. I'm just gonna say no to that. Why wasn't I able to trade flow on Binance? OpenSea is working with it. I missed out on a good pump. I don't know. I don't know why you're not able to. I like Engine Coin, one of the bigger players in the NFT space. And they have a lot going on with Infinity and with their marketplace. They have a lot going on. I like them quite a lot. The floor for VPunks is now 8,000 VET. Wow. Wow, what is that? That's like $800, right? What is VET at? Yeah, that's probably $1,000 for VPunks. So that's pretty amazing. I was gifted one. By the way. And you know what? Outside of VPunks, don't ignore VimWorld too with their Vims, right? They're kind of in that same territory, but more gamified, more gaming. And the floor for that could be pretty high in the future too. Trias white paper came out. Love what, white paper means nothing. I'm actually kind of disappointed that you said that now, Luke. Because all this time they spent working on a white paper, they could have spent working developing the product. So Trias is a new blockchain that is focused on security and speed, and very smart professor worked on it. If you look at the webpage, it's just incredibly difficult to understand. But I don't know why they're working on a white paper now. You don't need a white paper. Just go develop. I think white papers is very, 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 very overrated. Cello, out of the blue, it pumped up yesterday due to some weird initiatives from all the DeFi projects, and it's running on Cello. That's why it pumped up. I still don't know why they chose Cello. It's just weird, but it's a payment. The project itself is like a payment network. That price prediction, it's gonna be at least 10x. All the big caps are at least 10x. Bitcoin is gonna go 3 to 5x, which means all coins are gonna go 5 to 10x. So there you go. I say 5x, 10x. New exchange Terry swap. That wouldn't be one I would be using. Talk about Axie Infinity killing their game SLP just at new all-time high. And they're doing nothing about it. I knew it was a Ponzi scheme. What are you talking about? Stop being so salty. They're not a Ponzi scheme. But I don't know anything about killing SLP because they have a dual token setup. Maybe you don't need SLP. You just go with Axie. So you need to chill. Is DAG Constellation a coin or stock? It's a coin. It's called Constellation. It's a blockchain. I don't know why you would think I'm talking about stocks, but it is very promising. They came down. You could see that they came down from about 46 cents down to about 305. But I do like this project. They're very fast, very, very, very fast because they're not a blockchain. They're a ledger. And they have the U.S. Air Force as a partner. I mean, that I think means a lot. Do you think on Solana Art Marketplace, it looks like it's pumping hard? Is that even projects? I don't know what it is. It's not coming up. Anything, I'll just be honest, like anything that's like related to NFTs is just blowing up right now. Like literally anything. So if it is like a new project that has its own NFT marketplace, it could do very well. Jeff, thank you. I think that's pretty much it. Last few questions. Anything? DAG is a great buy. Radium on Solana. Radium, Serum, both are fantastic for Solana. Ghost, Avagachi. I haven't checked in a while, but it was doing very well. Yeah, it's holding towards this high. Jose, I promise I won't. All right, guys, that is it. You know what? Bitcoin, a little stale, little bit weakness, but you know what's not weak is altcoins. Enjoy these altcoin gains. There's gonna be a lot more to come. Focus on the great projects, the ones that just have a lot of usage, a lot of adoption, a lot of great leadership, right? These are the winners, and you can't really lose with them, right? So stay in the game, DCA, dollar cost average, buy the dips, and let's all get rich together. All right, I'll see you guys tonight, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye.